Hello again. Let's learn a little more about numbers. If I have to ask you, how many members are there in your family? Your answer would be a one-digit number. You would say either 3 or 4 or 5. What if I have to ask you, how many students are there in your class? It usually is a two-digit number. How about the number of students in your school? It's usually a three-digit number. Some schools, it would be a four-digit number. What about the number of people in your community? That could go to 4 digits. And if I have to ask you, how many people are there in your city or your state or your country? That goes to 8 and 9 digits. You see, it's easy to read 3 and 4 digit numbers. You've learned that earlier. But how do you read large numbers, which are 7, 8, and 9 digits? Today, we are going to learn how to do that. Uttar Pradesh is the biggest state in our country in terms of population. This is the approximate population of Uttar Pradesh. Have a look at the number. 236304129. It's a 9-digit number. Let's see how we can read and write a number like this. We all know that to read a number, we need to know the place value of each digit. You've seen place value house in your earlier grades. We can read a number using two systems, the Indian system and the international system. This is how the Indian system place value house looks like. Have a look at it. If you have to go from the right side, you will see on the extreme right you have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, lakhs, 10 lakhs, crores, 10 crores. This is how the place values are in the Indian system. Right above the place value, can you see something called as periods? So group of digits, group of place values are grouped together to form periods. So in the Indian system, we have the ones period, that is group of ones, tens and hundreds. Then you have the thousands period, that's group of thousands and 10,000s. And then you have the lakhs period, which has lakh and 10 lakh. And then you have the crores period, crore and 10 crore. Now these periods are important because when you have to read the number, you will have to read it using these periods. Let's look at the international system place value house. This is how it looks. Can you see the difference? We have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and then we have the 100,000, million, 10 million and 100 million. And now let's look at the periods. Ones, tens, hundreds are grouped together as ones period. In the thousands period, we have thousands, 10,000s and 100,000s. In millions, we have millions, 10 millions and 100 millions. Here, we have groups of 3. So, in short, the periods in the Indian system are crores, lakhs, thousands and ones, whereas the periods in the international system are millions, thousands and ones. Now that you've seen the place value charts in both the systems, let's try to read that big number, the population of Uttar Pradesh. First, we are going to read the number using the Indian system. Let's write the number. It is 236304129. The first thing to do is to place all the digits in its place value house. So 9 goes here, 2 goes here, 1, 4, 0, 3, 6, 3, 2. Now we have to identify the periods. We've seen this period is ones period, this is your thousands period, this is your lakhs period, and this is your crores period. And we know that the periods are separated by commas. We place the commas. Now let's just read the number. When you read the number, you read it from left to right. Let's go ahead. So the number is 23 crores 63 lakhs 4,129. That is how you read the 9-digit number. So what is the population of Uttar Pradesh? If somebody asks you that, you can say it is 23 crores 63 lakhs 4,129. Now let's do the same thing in the international system. Let's write the number 236304129. I'm going ahead and placing the digits in its place value. 9, 2, 1, 4, 0, 3, 6, 3, 2. And the periods in international system are groups of 3. So these 3 forms the first period, ones. These 3 form the thousands period. And these 3 form the millions period. And the periods are separated by commas. Let's read the number from left to right. Go ahead and read. It is 236,304,129. Remember, when you read the last period, you don't say the name of the period. You just read the number 129. So the population of Uttar Pradesh according to the international system is 236,304,129. Let's write a number in its expanded form. Let's see what that is. Here is your number 354621. How do you write that? So we write it as 3 lakh plus 50,000 plus 4,000 plus 600 plus 20 plus 1. That is your expanded form. You can also write it in the exponential form. We've seen what exponential form is. You write it as a base to the power of exponent. So let's see how we can do that. 3 into 10 to the power of 5, because 1 followed by 5 zeros is 1 lakh. So 3 into 10 to the power of 5 plus 5 into 10 to the power of 4 plus 4 into 10 to the power of 3 plus 6 into 10 to the power of 2 plus 2 into 10 plus 1. There you go. That is how you can write a given number like 3,54,621 in its expanded form. Now let's see if we can write an expanded form, if you can convert an expanded form into a standard form or a short form. Here is the expanded form. Have a look at it. You see, we have 3 into 10 to the power of 7 plus 4 into 10 to the power of 4 plus 8 into 10 to the power of 3 plus 5 into 10 to the power of 2 plus 6 into 10 to the power of 1 plus 7. The important thing to notice when we convert an expanded form into a short form or a standard form is this. We need to look at the order of powers. The order of powers should be continuous. If you look at this number, the first we have 10 to the power of 7, and after that we have 10 to the power of 4. So we have 10 to the power of 6 and 10 to the power of 5 missing. So the digits corresponding to that would be 0. So let's go ahead and write the number. What do you think is the standard form of this long form number? It is 3, 0, 0, because 10 to the power of 6 and 10 to the power of 5 are missing. So 3, 0, 0, 4, 8, 5, 6, 7. So now you know how to write a number in its expanded form or in the standard form. Now let's talk about successor and predecessor. How do we find successor and predecessor of a number? 98,573. What would be the successor of this number? To find the successor of a number, you just need to add 1 to this number. So 98,573 plus 1 is 98,574. This is the successor. So remember, to find the successor of a number, you just need to add 1 to the number. Let's see if we can try one more. What would be the successor of 2,57,397? You just need to add 1. If you add 1, you get it as 2,57,398. This becomes your successor. Now you can guess how to find the predecessor. Let's look at it. Let's take an example. 57,321. What could be the predecessor? To find the predecessor of a number, you just subtract 1 from the number. Subtract 1. So you do it as 57,321 minus 1. What would be the answer? 57,320. That is the predecessor. So now let's talk about how we can form numbers with the given digits. Let's say you have 7, 3, 4. 3 digits are given. How many numbers can you make with these 3 digits? Let's try. 7, 3, 4 is one number. 3, 4, 7, 7, 4, 3, 4, 3, 7, 3, 7, 4. You see, look at all the 3-digit numbers you can make using these 3 digits that are given. What about this? Try this. If there are 4 digits given, 1, 0, 3, 5. How many 4-digit numbers can you form with these? 1035, 1305, 1350, 1053, 5031, 1530, 5013, 5301. You see, you can do a lot of combinations with these 4 digits. Now let's see how we can form the smallest and largest numbers from the given digits. Let's take an example. You have 3571. What is the smallest 4-digit number? That can be formed using these 4 digits. What do you think is the smallest 4-digit number that can be formed? Remember, to find the smallest number, the digits are in ascending order. So what is ascending order? Ascending order is you go from the smallest to the biggest. So what's the smallest digit? 1 followed by 3, 5, 7. This is your smallest 4-digit number. How do you do the largest 4-digit number? The largest 4-digit number. You can take a guess. That's right. To find the largest number, you have to put the digits in descending order. So, from the biggest to the smallest, 7, 5, 3, 1. That's your largest number. So, for the smallest number, you place the digits in ascending order, smallest to the biggest, and to find the largest number, you have to just place the digits in descending order, from the biggest to the smallest. Now, how do you compare numbers? Let's talk about comparison. Comparison of numbers. There are a few rules that you need to keep in mind. For example, let's look at this example. And 467, 4,583 and 467. So how do you compare these two numbers? The number with more digits is always greater. So this number has 4 digits. This has only 3. So 4583 is greater than 467. So the rule 1 is the number with more digits is always greater. Let's look at the second rule. Give you an example. Look at these two numbers, 2657 and 1779. If you notice, both the numbers have the same number of digits, 4. So how do you compare them? When two numbers have the same number of digits, compare the digits in the left extreme of both the numbers. Left extreme is number 2. Left extreme of this number is 1. You compare 2 and 1. The number having the greater digit is greater. 2 is greater than 1. Therefore, 2657 is greater than 1779. Remember, when you have the same number of digits for both the numbers, you compare the left extreme digit, and whichever is greater would be the bigger number. That's rule number 2. Let's look at rule number 3. How can you compare these two? These two numbers have the same number of digits and the left extreme digit is also the same. Now what do? If the digits on the left extreme of both the given numbers are same, compare the next digit of both the numbers. So you have 1 and 3. 1 is lesser than 3. So 6185 would be less than 6307. Let's look at the next rule. What do you do when these two numbers are given? 7237. The number of digits are the same. The left extreme digit is the same. The next digit is also the same. What do? That's right. You compare the next digits, that is 9 and 3. 9 is greater than 3. Therefore, 7296 is greater than 7237. Let's go to the next rule. So you apply the same rule until you reach the extreme right of the given numbers. For example, you have these numbers 3451 and 3458. Both the numbers have same number of digits. The left extreme digit is the same. The next digit is the same. The next digit is the same. So you reach till the extreme right and compare the digits. Here 1 is less than 8. Therefore, 3451 is less than 3458. These same rules can be applied to numbers with more than 4 digits as well. Next time you come across a large number, don't panic. Just follow the rules and you will be able to read it easily. You can find this chapter in your textbook from page numbers 51 to 61 under the chapter name Number Systems. I encourage you to go ahead and read the chapter, and there are a lot of practice questions given for you to answer. Once you do that, you will be super good at reading and writing large numbers. See you soon.